something wasn't right here.
Ryan, where are we right now?
We're in Thailand, in a region called Chanthaburi, on the eastern side of Bangkok, so right on the Cambodian border.
Right. And you've started a bit of a cacao scene here, starting going back, 10 years ago?
Almost 8 years now. So
Okay.
yeah, so we started with 70 kilo boxes. Before we came along, they were fermenting in big baskets and spraying water on them every day, which is an interesting way of fermenting, but not the style we were looking for personally. So we came in and we sort of said, okay, if you try around this way, then we'll put the buying power into making this whole entire farm expand. And so now we currently today are producing about 12 metric tons. Next year, we're hopefully going to do about 36 metric tons of dried beans.
That's significant.
So yeah, so our growth has been from 50 kilos just to Parliament chocolate 7 years ago to today almost 36 tons.
Yeah, you're putting Thailand on the map now. 36 tons is going to get out there.
I hope so.
That's enough for a lot of people to taste.
Yeah.
And so we've seen a range of different flavors, and it's interesting to see how you guys are finding what is Thai chocolate, because we've seen stuff that's fruity, we've seen stuff that's kind of like spices and amaretto and deep chocolate flavors, and I can see that you guys are developing this kind of in front of our eyes here.
Yes, and we're still in that phase. I mean, we're still learning every single day. I mean, there's so much to adapt and retain information-wise, and I mean, obviously climate changes, and so a lot of that adapting to that and learning how it's processing.
Well, and
here.
that was really interesting too, how the primary crops are mangosteen and durian,
Yes.
so everything stops while everyone focuses on that, which is mostly going to the Chinese market. And I don't know if most people have tried durian, but it's a really interesting fruit. Probably one of the more exotic, weird ones.
It's like wet, mushy garlic.
Yeah.
But sweet.
And so cacao is a secondary crop for them. But as we introduce it to a craft chocolate market, it's getting higher prices. It becomes more interesting for the farmers.
Correct. Yeah. So paying the prices for the craft market compared to the commodity market, which they were originally going to do almost 10, 15 years ago when they first planted the trees, they couldn't find the market for it. So literally they were just letting the cacao grow under their durian, under their mangosteen, rambutan trees, and they were just selling the pods as fruit. So they were taking the pods to the market, selling it as fruit, and not using it as like the purposes that we as chocolate makers utilize it for.
Right, and the economics of how it works here is kind of going back to the durian mangosteen market, and it doesn't work that way anywhere else in cacao.
Not at all.
So you guys had to be flexible to some degree and buy pods at a certain weight, which is kind of dangerous in some ways, but the consistency of the genetics allows you to actually make this work
at a consistent scale and weight. Yeah.
So instead of buying wet seed, you guys are buying pods.
So most of the world buys wet what we call baba in the industry, baba and wet beans, and then those go directly into the fermentation boxes. But here we have trucks that literally go out to the farms. They'll pick up bunches of pods, bring them back here, and we'll crack them and break them all here at the fermentation facility, throw them into the boxes, let them ferment, and then bring them over to the drying beds.
Cool. And just to wrap it up here, we just bought 100 kilos, so we're going to be doing some test batches and do a release to our subscription program in hopefully September, around late summer.
Cool. Yep. And it's from the Puchabum region, which is a little further north of Bangkok. So it's right between Bangkok and Chiang Mai where you got these beans from. So it's not specifically from this region in Chanthaburi. It's a little further up north. So very unique for you because you'll never be able to get these beans ever again. You'll probably never get the profile again. So try it out because this is a one and only chance to try something unique coming from Thailand, from this specific region.
Cool. Well, congratulations on developing an origin and having a hand in something so exciting like that.
Kapun makrap.
Kapun kap.
Chai.